All right, everyone. Kind of got a little different video today. So, yesterday I went to cash my check and I went to the local SunTrust bank. They gave me the money, and as I'm going through it, I have a tendency to straighten them all out, like unfold corners and put them all facing the same direction. I also put the older bills to the back so I can use them first. Well, as I'm going through, I notice a bill that kind of stood out to me and just looked funny. And I told the cashier, and she guaranteed me it was real. And I figured, coming from a bank, it probably is. Maybe I'm just paranoid. But my mom has worked at the Federal Reserve Bank and dealt with counterfeits for 36 years and has taught me well. So I also, in the back of my mind, knew that I was probably right. Well, she checked it out for me last night, and guess what? I was right. It's counterfeit. First, we're going to start with the real bill. You can see how the printing looks. Everything looks good. The logo is nice and clear when the phone is focused. And in that bottom corner, I don't know if you can tell, inside that 100 is a whole bunch of little 100s. Also, Treasury of the United States. And that one I'll explain in a few minutes. Now, before you say that it's a 2006 and the one that I have at the bottom is a 1996, I know that. But I compared it with a 96 yesterday. Now, you see how crisp and clear that seal is? Look at this one. Very sloppy. Also, the 100 is like cheap printing. You can always tell it just does not come out right. It more looks like lines and scribbles than hundreds. Also, the treasurer. Now, I had a GameStop manager pointed out to me when I had asked him about the bill what he thought as well, and he mentioned that the treasurer was different on the two bills, which I didn't even notice at first. But in doing some digging and playing with a little bit of Google, I found out this treasurer didn't even become treasurer for another 5 years after this bill was supposedly printed. So that's a huge red flag. Now, if you look at the lines around the head and even the head itself, things just look funny. Now, even though this is a little more worn, you could tell the lines are more crisp. They are obviously printed on better everything. Moving on. The most obvious thing. Bottom right, that 100 in that brilliant green. Something a little wrong with this one. Now, as you can see, it is painted, but it goes outside the lines, and it doesn't fill in certain places. To me, it looks more like nail polish. I'm going to get it clear. Try to get it clear. Anyway, it looks like nail polish. You go above this one, brilliant, deep green. This one, meh. So, another one. Also, serial numbers. We'll go ahead and compare like this. Fake to real. Thicker. Now we're going to move on to the back. This is where it gets fun. Now, I can't show you the watermark because of lighting problems. But the watermark looks like somebody drew a fucking cartoon on it. It just doesn't look right at all. Here's the back of the real one. Nice, clean, pretty. Fake one. Smears. Fades between colors. Just sloppy. And if you notice, there's a white strip through it. That would be the USA 100 strip that's on all modern bills. Now, obviously, they're not all 100. Some of them are USA 5, USA 10, such and such. This one looks like it was added on after the fact. Another huge red flag. But it is counterfeit. It has been certified counterfeit. I am actually about to head to the bank now to get it replaced, or hopefully get it replaced, but probably have a slight argument. Thankfully, I noticed it before I left the bank and questioned the teller before I left, so I'm on camera expressing my concern. So we should not have any big issues. But these are simple little stupid things that everyone can look at, and hopefully I can help out with, because, oh, you can see the difference in printing too. Just way too crisp. Just thick, and it looks crappy. It should be obvious. I can't show you how the paper feels, but the paper feels all wrong. As you can see, it's much whiter than the real bill because they have to try and match color in the printing process. The paper just also feels all wrong. I don't believe it's the same kind of paper. Sometimes they wash bills, but this appears to be a piece of paper that was purposely cut for this, not one that was changed. But that being said, where there's one, there are probably many more. So keep your eyes open. Don't be duped, dipped, whatever the fuck it's called. What do you call it? Well, gullible is the obvious word, but gypped something, I don't know. Question everything when it comes to your money. Make sure you have what you should have. And I hope this video could be helpful to at least one person. If one person is able to spot a fake because of this, then I have helped. Now, yesterday I thought to myself that maybe they chose the wrong person to give this bill to. But after thinking about it, they chose the right person, because I have probably just saved somebody who had no idea a massive headache. Because if you spend this, even without knowing, it automatically becomes your problem. And you can face jail time for it, depending on how serious they want to get with it or how much they believe you. So instead of thinking that they chose the wrong person, haha, they're not going to get one over on me, I just saved them from getting one over on all of you. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys next time.